Alright, so I just wanted to let you guys know that what I have done is I have moved my green Palys down into my sump. No one wants them apparently. But besides the point, I put my green Palys down into my sump, and now I didn't listen to Reef Girl. I didn't listen to the comments. I took the Toadstool off of the rock that it came with because it wasn't attaching. It was just swaying back and forth. I did listen and I put it in a higher flow region, and it was happy. The polyps came out during the day, actually, so awesome. It wasn't sticking to the rock, and so because of that, I took it off of its original rock and I put it onto this mushroom rock that I've had since the beginning of my tank. Since the very first, this is actually one of the first rocks I ever put in my tank. I syringed the Toadstool to the rock. I read on the forum that you could syringe it or whatever. Reef Girl's post, one of her videos says that she put a rubber band in her tank. The rubber band started to deteriorate, and because of that, I think she said her acroporas, I think, started to die off a little bit. I'll put a link in the description down below for that if you want to check that out. So either way, I didn't want to rubber band this, so I'm trying a syringe. I'm worried about the rust, but I just watched like 2 or 3 documentaries yesterday on the history of the world and how life came to be on Earth and whatnot, and rust in the ocean is what brought us to life apparently. Anyway, on to the next thing. I ripped off those mats off of its original rock, the mats of green star polyps. I ripped it off of its original rock and I put it on my rock. I put all of these leftover rocks into my sump, of course. I'm looking for things to go on these bases on the bottom rocks. But yeah, I have some corals on the way. I joined a forum, my very first saltwater forum, and actually my first forum in life. But I joined the forum for Richmond Reefers. Richmond, Virginia is where I'm located, so I joined the Richmond Reefers. Oh, by the way, I've turned my MP10 down to like 2. It's on the second setting, and I've always kept my flow on the reef crest setting. But I turned it down to 2 because I did all this craziness in here, so I just wanted to let everybody relax. So that's why it kind of looks a little slow today. But where was I? I joined the forum, and on this forum, this woman was giving away free montipora, free red montipora. And remember, I thought that was a montipora. This acropora, this tricolor acropora, I thought that this was a montipora, and it didn't turn out to be that now. And so now I know. So now I have a montipora on the way. She's giving it away for free. I drove all the way to her house, and she didn't answer the door. And then I called her, and then the last resort was I texted her, and then she called me when I got home again. So she offered to drive out the montipora. She's also, on top of the red montipora, she's going to bring me a hammer coral, a green tip hammer coral, and she's also going to, so it's basically the exact opposite color scheme of this right here. She's also going to bring me a piece of blue montipora. Either way, I got some more frags on the way. This is what I've done. Frankenstein the hell out of some frags. There's a syringe in my Toadstool. Look at this. Give me 1 second. There's a syringe in my Toadstool. Craziness, right? I mean, just look at that. I just stabbed it, but the base of the toadstool is touching the rock completely. So hopefully it'll attach sooner than later. So yeah, I will keep you guys updated. I know you guys are probably gonna like, yeah. Alright, so Tammy just stopped by and she brought me my frags. And this is a gallon pitcher. And that montipora, that free piece of montipora, it's going all the way across the pitcher. Like, she hooked me up, and so she gave me that piece for free, and she sold me a couple of more other pieces, and all of that was only 40 bucks more. Once I get these acclimated, we will go ahead and put them in there. So far, so good. It doesn't seem to be getting worse, right? That's all I can ask for. The green star polyps are starting to come out. Those are definitely out. So everything is, you know, we're good in there. Alright guys, so I just wanted to show you really quick that I did something crazy again. I stuck a pin in the other side of the toadstool so that it could stand up, because there was just a huge gap between the bottom when it was just this one side, because it was basically this was pushing it down, and so it was leaning over to the left, and none of the bottom was touching the rock. So now it's touching, so hopefully it'll get running faster. And when I pinned it and I stood it up like this, it actually opened up like that. But so far, up until I messed with it again, it's been doing well. So back to the time lapse. Alright guys, so it's approximately 24 hours after I stabbed my toadstool with a syringe. Last night or this morning at about 5 o'clock in the morning, I also stabbed it. I don't know if you can see it, but I also stabbed it with a second pin that's roughly in there. But look at it. It's open. The polyps are more out than it's been the whole time that it's been in my tank. So it looks like it's going to survive. So just wanted to update you guys on how it's going. But anyway, today I bought more corals again. Yesterday I bought corals from one of the ladies in the forum down here, and she brought me this huge piece of red montipora for free. She threw in this purple one, and she also threw in this blue one here, which I also have a piece of blue one up there. This blue montipora are encrusting montiporas, so they'll encrust and then plate out, and then these right here should plate out and grow upward. And there's also a purple one there. So what I did with the montipora was I just kind of stuck it in the rock. so that it can just grow from where it is, and they're not stable at all. And then I also got this hammer, which I put down here. Now it hasn't opened up all the way, I'm assuming because those Palys are right there, but I'm hoping that they'll get comfortable and they'll start stinging the Palys and kill them. I got a couple of pieces here, drip acclimating them right now. You guys will be seeing this soon. I'll get them in the tank in a couple of minutes. Alright, so we got the frags in. What I did was I cut up a plastic bottle and I threw in the smallest pieces of rubble I could find, and I threw in these 2 frags. They were not already attached to a rock. The guy cut them in the store for me. Apparently that's something they don't normally do. So he cut it right in the store for me, and he put it in a bag with iodine and water, and now here they are. And then I also got this mushroom back here, which you can't see yet. It's a little fuzzy there. You can't see yet, but I'll show you guys what everything looks like once I pull out this syringe right here and once I pull these frags out. So